The grand hall was packed with military officers, veterans, and distinguished guests, all gathered for the annual ceremony honoring the nation's heroes. The air was thick with pride and discipline, every attendee standing rigid, waiting for the moment the commanding general would enter. He was a man who commanded respect, some out of admiration, others out of fear. His sharp eyes scanned the room as he made his way to the podium, his polished boots echoing against the marble floor. It was a night meant to celebrate loyalty and valor, but no one could have predicted the storm that would unravel in the blink of an eye. Amidst the crowd, a young woman named Sergeant Evelyn Hart stood with calm resolve. She was known for her unwavering courage, not just in battle, but in standing up for what she believed was right. Tonight, her presence wasn't just about her service, it was a silent protest. The general's reputation preceded him. Whispers in the barracks spoke of ruthless decisions, of soldiers lost under his command, and of secrets best left buried. Yet here he was, basking in honor and applause. As the general reached the front, the room prepared for the traditional salute. Officers raised their hands in perfect unison, metal badges gleaming under the chandeliers. Evelyn remained still. Her hand stayed firmly at her side, eyes locked on the general's face. Murmurs spread through the crowd. Was she defying protocol? The general's gaze sharpened as he noticed her. His lips curled into a tight smile, masking irritation. "Sergeant Hart," he said, voice booming to silence the whispers, "why do you refuse to salute?" Evelyn stepped forward, her voice steady but low. "Because I don't salute dishonor." The room fell deadly quiet. The general's jaw tightened. Such blatant defiance was unheard of, especially in front of witnesses. Officers exchanged uneasy glances, unsure how to react. The general's pride was wounded, his authority questioned. "Explain yourself," he demanded, his tone cold and commanding. Evelyn took a breath, steadying herself. "I served under you during Operation Iron Shield. I saw how your orders cost lives, friends who trusted you with their lives. I cannot salute a man whose decisions left families grieving." The general's eyes narrowed. The crowd was stunned. No one had dared accuse him so openly. For a moment, the tension was palpable, as if the air itself was holding its breath. Then, Evelyn leaned in slightly, lowering her voice until it was almost a whisper. "You know the name I speak, General. Captain Marcus Reyes." The name landed like a thunderclap. The general's expression froze. The room seemed to tilt as everyone sensed the weight behind those words. Marcus Reyes was a decorated soldier who had died under mysterious circumstances during that very operation. Officially, it was labeled a tragic accident, but rumors suggested something far darker. The general had buried those rumors deep, using his influence to silence any inquiries. Evelyn's whisper shattered the silence, forcing the ghosts of the past into the harsh light of the present. He was more than a casualty of war. He was betrayed. The general's hands clenched into fists. His carefully constructed facade cracked for the first time in years. He struggled to maintain control but failed. The memory of Captain Reyes, a man he once called a brother in arms, now a symbol of his darkest secret, hung heavy between them. "You don't know what you're talking about," he hissed, but his voice betrayed the doubt gnawing inside him. Evelyn met his gaze without flinching. "I know enough, and so does everyone who lost someone because of your orders. Tonight, we honor those lives, not the man who ignored their sacrifice." A murmur of agreement rippled through the audience. The once celebratory room transformed into a chamber of reckoning. The general's eyes darted around, realizing his grip on power was slipping. He turned abruptly, leaving the podium, his boots louder now in their retreat. Behind him, Evelyn stood tall, the embodiment of courage and truth. That night marked the beginning of change. Whispers grew into questions, questions into investigations, and investigations into justice. Evelyn's refusal to salute was more than an act of defiance. It was a call for accountability, a reminder that true honor lies not in blind obedience, but in standing up for what is right. And as the general disappeared from view, frozen not by fear, but by the truth whispered in a crowded hall, the soldiers who had lost their lives finally began to find their voices. If you enjoyed this story and want more intense thrillers and suspenseful adventures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with friends who love a good mystery. Your support helps me bring you more stories just like this one.